So, you think that you're going to come out here and drive a truck and make millions of dollars? So, to you guys that think that we're out here driving these trucks and we're making like $200,000-$300,000 a year, your expectations are high. I hear it all the time. Like, I get students out here and they're all like, man, I'm going to be making $200,000-$300,000 a year driving a truck. Slow your horses down. I'm going to tell you right now, company driver probably averages from, we'll say, $60,000 to probably about $80,000 a year. That's their average for a company driver. Now your lease driver, and I'm talking probably after he pays his truck, after he pays his fuel, after all of his expenses are paid, I'm talking about clean money to him. He's probably making about $75,000 to $90,000 a year after everything's paid, taxes, everything. Like, I'm talking clean money. You know, the company driver's still gonna have to pay his taxes, stuff like that. So you take the percentage out to pay your taxes as a company driver, and that's what you're gonna make. So if you have a dream of coming out here making $3,000-$4,000 a week, you're not gonna be making that. Like, I'm just keeping it real with you. Like, if you're a company driver coming out here in 1 week, and I'm talking bring home, like, you're gonna average, and this is just me throwing average out there, I say average about 800 to about 1,400 a week for a company driver. That's the average, and that's bring home. Like, you should average about that bring home. Like, I'm being realistic. You know, if you taking days off, then you're not gonna hit that number. If you have a bad week, you're not gonna hit that number. Trucking is up and down on your pay scale. You're not guaranteed to make this much money every week. This is just the average. I have good weeks where I can bring home like 1,400. I have bad weeks where I can bring home 800. So you gotta think about that. Like, I'm not making like 6-7 grand every week. It's not happening. And I'm a company driver. I'm definitely not making 6-7 grand a week. I'm not even making 3 grand a week. Now, there are some weeks that I make that, but I've worked for this, and I became a trainer, and I trained, so that's where some extra money is. But if you're coming out thinking that, hey, right off rip, I'm gonna be making like great money, like I'm making this much money, you're wrong. The lease trucks, the guys that are on the lease trucks, they're averaging about, I'd say, if I had to guess, like probably maybe 1,200 to about 1,800 a week, maybe 2 grand a week. You know, you're gonna have your good weeks and your bad week lease. If you take an entire week off, guess what? You're not getting paid that entire week. So you still got to make your truck payment. And like, I know you lease guys, y'all might hate on this video and say, hey, I make 3-4 grand a week. But take out your expenses, take out your taxes, take out your fuel, take out everything, and like, let's get to the bottom dollar. Let's get a real average in there. So I just want to be realistic with you. You're not going to come out here making 3-4 grand a week. Now, the longer that you do this, the more experience you get. Of course, you're going to better yourself. So at first, don't be expecting big checks. Whenever you start learning this and you're really, really good at what you're doing, then you will be making more money because you're going to be more successful. Starting out, you might make a lot of mistakes, not get a load there on time, something like that. You got to learn the business. Now, if you're real good at it, then you can start making a little bit more. But the way to better yourself is become a trainer. Start training. Like, that's gonna up your money right there. You're gonna make more money whenever you start doing extra stuff like that. Here at Prime, I think the best way to pretty much make money is either start buying trucks and go up from there. And that's another option for you. If you want to start making more money, buy your own truck, get it paid off. If you got a paid off truck, you're not making a truck payment. You don't have to eat that payment. You don't have to pay that payment because it's paid off. But you need to put money back in case something happens. So definitely start putting money back. You know, be smart with your money. Save up, buy you a truck. Buy multiple trucks. That's another way people make a lot of money, is they buy a bunch of trucks and they put drivers in them and they pay them a higher cent per mile than the company does, or you know, they have some kind of incentive that makes somebody want to drive their truck. So you can start your mini fleet to make extra money. But starting out, don't expect that big dollar amount, because it's not going to be that big. I'm telling you, be realistic. And I'm being realistic with you. I'm not trying to talk you out of coming out here to get your CDL. I'm not saying don't come do this, there's no money in it. I'm just telling you, hey, realistically, if you think that you're going to make that much money, you're wrong. You're not going to be making that much money. You know, set your goals to a lower amount. Set it to a way lower amount, because you're going to get yourself all hyped up and be like, oh, I'm going to make all this big money. I'm going to make all this big money. And then you're going to find out that you're not going to make that big money that you expected to be making. So just be realistic. And I hear a lot of people saying Prime's a great starter company. So once you get your CDL, and you do your year, then go somewhere else. Well, let's think about that. If we do our year and that's it, and we go somewhere else, we need, before we quit, before we actually go somewhere else, we need to look into, hey, does this place I'm going require 1 year of experience, or is it 2 years of experience? Is it 3 years? What is it? Because the more experience you have, the better job you're going to get. So really, really pay attention to, like, make sure you do your research. I mean, make sure you do research on where you're going after Prime. A lot of guys think that they're going to come out here and make this big dollar amount OTR, which OTR pays good. I'm not complaining about the pay. I'm not saying that I don't get paid good, but OTR does pay good. The local jobs are going to pay less. So if you're thinking, oh man, I'll get my CDL, I'll go out to Prime for a year, do the over the road, and then I'm going to switch to a local job and I'm going to be getting paid bank doing the local job. Think about it. If it's local and you're home every night, do you really think that it's going to be paying more or equal to the amount that you're making running OTR? You're home more. So just do a lot of research before you come out here. Like, don't have your dreams and expectation of like getting super rich out here trucking, because I've been doing this for 5 years and I'm not super rich yet. I try to be. I live like, try to make as much as I can. Like, if you leave $1 out there on the table for me, I'm gonna go get it. So if they say, hey, we got this load for you that we need delivered tomorrow, shoot, I'm gonna go get that money. Like, I'll go do it real fast. Boom, I'll get it done. You know, it's about that hustle. It's about being vicious. Make as much as you can. And you know, it's just that you have to be a realist. Be a realist. Get the facts. Do research. Find out what's going to work for you before you even come out here. Find out if you're going to be able to survive off of like $1,000 a week. And a lot of people out there, they come to Prime with nothing. Like, they were working fast food all their life. Like, they would make about $1,000 a month, maybe $2,000 a month. So whenever you're making $4,000 a month, you're like, man, that's a big increase. So just keep that in mind before you make a decision to come out here, and be real. I'm being real with you. Like, we're not starting out here making like $3-4 grand a week take home. I don't know where y'all are getting that from, but we're not doing that. Thanks for watching my videos. Subscribe. I hope that this was helpful, this little talk we had about pay You know, I don't want to discourage anyone from coming out here. I'm just going to be real with you and tell you the truth. You're not going to come out here trucking and be super rich right off the start. Like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell. Get my latest lives. Get my newest videos. Also, in the description, there's a link to fill out an application and get my recruiter. My recruiter's good. Don't forget to drop that referral code, COXDJO. Also, my phone number is 417-894-8098. Drop me a call, text me, something.